into their revenue, and that's why there's no earnings before interest.
That makes sense when you walk it through step by step, but again, it's counterintuitive. It's counterintuitive to most people because they're like, "Oh, banks are businesses. Banks are out to, in essence, be successful." And sometimes we have to separate the difference between something being successful and something following the normative rules of business. I'm curious as well, um, for you, are there other opportunities like this that you've uncovered on your journey, or are there other considerations that individuals that either want to be in the space, or maybe they've got parked capital that are like, hey, look, this is a space I was completely unaware of that you could share with us today?
Sure, there's opportunities that come up within financial services more broadly. A lot of these Wall Street firms have structures that make them get to a point where they're bound to be in trouble. So, for example, REITs, real estate investment trusts, and business development companies, BDCs, those two entities in the US pay no corporate income tax, but they're forced to follow all sorts of rules. One of the main ones is they have to pay out 90% or more of their net income in the form of a dividend. And so because of that, they're consistently short on cash. And so they'll go to the debt and equity markets to raise more cash. This happens year round. At best, that can dilute the existing shareholder over time. So when you're modeling these things, you have to model the present value of future dilution costs before you buy shares issued by a REIT or a BDC. But at worst, I've seen some of them take on too much debt to the point where they can't meet debt service. And then the sponsor's forced to sell assets at fire sale prices that prevent a bankruptcy because they now have cash to meet their next debt payment, but that significantly devalued the equity. And so there's
Yeah.
opportunities idiosyncratically within that space when the market overreacts to situations like this, and investors can get in on the debt or equity issued by these institutions at a discount. So that's another area where there's opportunity.
Definitely.